Yeah, family, it's what you think it is. It's the brake chamber. All right, let's get it. What is going on, family? This your boy Ant. I'm out here with Crimson Truck Pride 2. We got to do some work. Always work to do. Well, when y'all know last week when my dry shaft fell out, it damaged a couple things like the air dryer. There was another valve that it messed up. And it also, let me go around here and show y'all. It messed up my brake chamber, which that chamber right there, that one right there, knocked a hole in it. And it wasn't leaking at first, but found out it hit this part right here. There's a piece of metal right here hit, and it knocked a hole in it, so I'm losing air. So we do have another brake chamber, and I'm gonna try to walk out through the steps. So if you have a truck and you ever had to change a brake chamber, you don't have to go to a shop and do it. You can do it yourself. So I'll try to get as much footage as I can and help y'all out. We'll see y'all in a minute. Okay, first what you gotta do, family, you gotta knock all your air out. Go in there and take your foot brake and get all the air out. And then this wrench is a 3/4 wrench. You want to take this bolt out right here. Take that bolt out, and it's got a pin back here. Let's see if we can get this loose. Try to hold this camera, and that's what you have to stick in the. Let me show you on this other one, so y'all kind of get an idea. On this one, it has that pin right there, and it sticks in here. You pull this rubber out, out, and turn it over. And that pin I just showed you is down in that hole. Y'all probably can't see it, and that's what fits in there and turn and pushes that shaft out to get the pressure off. Because you have to do that because you don't want to turn around and not push that that rod in to get the pressure off. Because if you go taking this off, the lines and everything, and it's got pressure behind it, that thing pop off and hurt you or whatever. So you want to go ahead and stick the rod in there and go from there. So we'll get back with y'all. Okay, fam, we having a time trying to get this out. That's the bolt right there. We got it loose, but what happened is the other pin, it won't drop down right there. So we knocked the ear off because it's probably welded in there from being in there so long. So we're gonna take a screwdriver right here and hit and try to knock this loose to get it out. If we can, we'll just use a new one and stick in there. And what it's called, sticking it in this hole right here. Get it over here. Right there, and it's called caging it. So let's try to get that bolt out, and if it don't work, we'll use the new one. All right, we'll get back with y'all. So family, I couldn't get that bolt out. That thing is seized in there. So what you do, I end up taking the new one, try to put it here where y'all can see it. And what you have to do is stick the screw in there in the bolt, and then you got to turn it until you feel it drop down. And that means it's hooked up in that pin. See how it just dropped down? and you turn it so it won't turn no more. So that when it's like that, drop down like that, you know it's in that pin. So basically, you just tighten this up, and then you put your wrench on it and tighten it down. So I got one of the ratchet wrenches. And this stopped being so wobbly when it tightened up, so it's starting to tighten up now. And put your ratchet on it. I'm probably gonna have to get a socket because and as y'all can see right here, this is the rod that is pushing out. But actually this is pulling it in. But you tighten this all the way down till you can't tighten it no more. So I'm gonna finish doing that and then I'll get back with y'all. Alright, y'all got two bolts right here you gotta take loose, which is one here and one here. We take them two bolts loose, that get that chamber loose. Then also you got line here, you just take that first bolt out. Take that first one out, don't take that second one because that's what holds the clamp together, holds the brake chamber. So just take that one loose. So make sure this one don't move. Then you got two air lines you take loose right here, which you probably have to come up to here, take it loose right here, and the other line runs right here. Take them lines loose and then they'll be able to turn, swivel. All right, we're gonna get this done and we'll get back with y'all. Okay, family, to get these lines loose, as you can see, I got a 3/4 on that little one right here. You gotta put a 3/4 on it so you won't turn the whole thing. And then this is the same size, a 24 goes on there, and that's the same size as these right here, is a 24. So basically what you do is hold one. I already broke this loose so y'all can kind of see. Hold one, put the other one on there, bring this down a little bit, and do it like that, and break it loose. So that's basically how you do that line, and these probably gonna be the same thing at 24. So let's do that and we'll get back with y'all. Okay, family, what y'all need to know and remember, this bolt right here broke, so I'm gonna have to get some lock pliers and hold that, and maybe I can get that off. But remember, don't never take all your bolts out, because you, especially with the bracket, you got to hold that because you got to have something to hold this brake chamber so you can break bolts loose like that, and also where you can break bolts loose on the line, the airline. And always remember, the first thing before you start, take a picture of everything. So if you forget how the hoses go back or how to go on or how it sit in a certain place or whatever, you got pictures you can go back on your phone. So remember that. That's a good tip for y'all. All right. Okay, family, we wanted to show you this. Teflon is your best friend for not having a leak. What I mean by that, anytime you have like copper thread and everything, you want to put Teflon tape on it so you won't leak. So we're gonna do the other one, get the other line off, and we'll get back with y'all. But make sure, buy a roll. I got like 4 or 5 rolls, so I never run out, because like I said, that's your best friend, that Teflon tape. Might as well do it right from the beginning so you don't have to go back and do it again. So we'll get back with you. So it's starting to get dark out here, but what I had to do, you got 2 cotter pins that hold these pins in. You got a big one right there that goes there, and then a small one right here. And then the cotter pins are behind, so you have to need a needle nose. You need a needle nose to get the pins out, which is back here, and then knock them out, the 2 pins. And your 2 pins gonna look like this. That's the big one, and that's the small one, and that's the cotter pins. So make sure you have a pair of needle nose. And then I had to take one crowbar and stick it in here to pry this back because against the bolt. So to get this, see this bolt out right here, this top one, you need to jam a crowbar or something under there so that push that back. So we're gonna finish getting these out and then that's it. Okay family, so we got it out. If y'all can see, it's kind of dark, but we did get the brake chamber out, and the brake chamber fell apart because that when that bolt that I broke off that holds the ring around, which is here, it broke. But it didn't have no pressure behind it because I had you know, put the bolt in here and hold the spring, and then the rest of it. So if you basically want to see what this look like, here's the pancake. A lot of times these get holes in them, and that's why you have to replace them. The spring is right here. This is where all the pressure be at in this spring right here. So you don't watch that blow off, it'll knock you out. And what we're gonna have to do tomorrow, because this part right here on the new one, let me go around here and show y'all. On the new one, don't have this end. See? So I got to go get the end, which is cleavage, and put that end on right here, on here, and then measure how long. Well, I can't do that now because it just fell apart. So this is really crazy. I'm going to have to try to put it back together and measure the rod. I don't know how that's going to work. So basically, I might have to take another one loose, which is crazy, to get the measurement on the rod so I know where to cut it at. Now since this fell apart, none of this make any sense. But anyway, we will pick this up tomorrow and decide what we're going to do. This is the other new one that I had. So I might need to take that one loose and get the measurement so I can measure how long this is supposed to be, since this has fell out. So anyway, we'll finish this tomorrow. What is going on, family, y'all? We back for the second day, part 2 of putting the brake chamber on. Of course, y'all know it starts with coffee. And I'm gonna let y'all know my secret when I'm home about good coffee. First, you have to start off with community coffee. Community coffee in the red bag, that's the best coffee. I had a brother of mine's, Coyote car guy, I called him Big Bro, send me some community coffee, and he asked me what kind I liked, and he sent it to me. And he know that's the only kind I use at home. When I'm out there on the road, I got to get any kind of guy. But I went through that bag quick because I'm always drinking. This is actually my second cup of coffee for the day. So I already had some earlier because me and my wife had to ride to Love's and get the other piece that I needed to fix that brake chamber. But I end up putting just a spoonful of cappuccino mix and put that in there, and man, that would give you some great coffee. But even without that, just regular creamer and community coffee is good. But I kind of like to spice mine up a little bit. But we're gonna walk on over here, and I'm gonna show y'all what I had to do. It was raining this morning. It looked like it's gonna rain again, but it looked like the weather's gonna cooperate with me so I can get this finished. And what I had to do, this the part that broke off. That luckily there wasn't no pressure behind the other part that broke, because them springs has got so much pressure, about 150 pounds, that it can knock you out or kill you. So luckily I had it caged, and when it came apart, it fell on the ground. It wasn't no pressure behind it. So I had to measure from this point to this point, which this is the new one. This is the part we had to go to the truck stop and get right here, which is called the cleavage. And what happened is this is actually about the same. It came with a bolt right there, which made it longer. But the hose right here, as you can see, it's wider on this one. So I had to do some measuring from the rod and to make sure I had enough from there, and then go from the point to point. And then, so I got it right on. I had to cut this shaft off. Y'all remember the other day it was longer. So I had to cut it to match up to this shaft. And basically we got it all together. So now we're fixing to put it back on, get everything hooked up, and we'll get back with you. Hopefully the rain won't come and cooperate with me. So we'll get back with y'all. Okay, family, as you can see, I'm not gonna be able to get that bolt in right there because this is right here kind of blocking it up. The brake, I forgot what you call that piece anyway, it's blocking it up. And then we got to push it back so to fit this, to fit on there. So to get that bolt in, I'm gonna try to put this thing down where y'all can see. You got to have a crowbar and you have to pull it back. See, that might work right there. Give me 1 second, set this camera up. Camera on the road. Might work better up here. If I can stick it in here, might work. Okay, I think that'll work right there. Let me get the crowbar and I'll show you what I mean. You gotta have 2 crowbars, a long one to stick in here, like right here, so you can apply pressure to push this back. And then I got a little crowbar that I go under there and stick under there to hold it in place. So I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. y'all can see, basically that's how I got the boat on, but this rod right here, I have to get in there and get it way back there so I can connect that and get it in there. So we'll get back with y'all when we do that. What I forgot to tell y'all, this rod is too long right here, so you got to cage it. You gotta go back in here, put the brand new one in, and cage it like this, tighten it up, and that pulls the rod in. So I'm gonna finish caging this, and that brings that rod in so you can be able to get it on the other part. So we'll finish that and we'll get back with y'all. Okay, family, we got it all bolted back down. You can see bolts torqued down. The two bolts right here, one right here, one right here. Then you got that pin that goes in here, and you got a little pin that go in here. Then you got a collar key pin that goes behind it. So you know, you put that back in. Then we still have this thing caged right here because we wanted to make sure we get everything hooked up, get it bolted down, tightened down before we uncage it. But remember, I said that Teflon tape is always your best friend for everything. Okay, these are gold fittings, so with copper fitting. So as you can see, that I put my Teflon tape around it. And when I did my other brake chamber, you can see right here what I put it around it. And in case you're wondering which way to go around with the tape, you go in the opposite direction of where you're gonna tighten up the bolt. So we tightening up this bolt right here goes up towards the front of the truck. So I took the Teflon tape and wrapped it back to me. On this side right here, the Teflon tape is going to the front of the truck too, because when I tighten up the line, it tightens up back to me. I always put the Teflon tape the opposite way of your thread, that the way you're going to tighten them up. All right, let's get this tightened up, y'all, and we'll get back with y'all. Okay, family, what I'm finding out is now, since my lines was up here on top, like this one, on top, and these are on the side. So I was wondering about loosening up this bracket, so I had called two people to make sure that I can loosen up this bracket right here. So if you have the same problem, you can do it. Loosen up that bracket here, and then you can turn the whole thing. But make sure you got it caged. You got to still make sure you got it caged to keep that pressure off. But that's basically what you got to do. So we're going to loosen up this and get it turned. Okay, family, what I found out, taking this loose right here is not going to work to bring it down to here, because it crinks the hose up. So I got to go get longer hose to make that work. 2 longer hose. So I'm finna to go there and get 2 longer hose. But we're gonna end this video right here. Basically get the 2 lines, put them on, and be done with it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to share. Other than that, we're gonna end this thing with Crimson Truck Pride 2, and we'll see y'all on the next one. We out of here. Peace. Oh, roll tide roll, baby, for life. Peace. What is up, family? This is your boy Ant, back on the scene again, doing that great things with Black Knight and doing great things with other cars enthusiasm. I hope y'all like the video and or the vlog, whatever you call it, of Cars and Coffee or whatever I'm posting, the car show, because that's what we do here on the channel over here at Black Knight. We post other cars, our cars, show them terrific things that people do to their cars and everything. So I hope y'all like it. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to share. And also don't forget to subscribe. And if you see that little gray button on the side, make sure you hit that little gray button. That lets you know notifications that when I post and everything. I also like to thank my subscribers already for the love and support. I really appreciate y'all love and support y'all show it on the channel. And also, if you're a new subscriber, like I said, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get some great content. Other than that, we're glad to have y'all on the channel and you know, showing the love and support. And we'll keep bringing y'all great videos. This your boy. I'm out here. Peace.
656